Hello again, welcome to Cattyland. Have you ever wondered how the daily routine of off-grid life looks like? Keep watching, I will show you.
Eu quero morar numa casinha feita à mão, uma floresta onde eu possa plantar o que eu quiser e andar de pé no chão.
So I think from all my other videos you know already a lot about the tasks I have to do here in order to manage this attempt at a self-sufficient life and living off-grid. But today I wanted to give you a little insight into how a normal day looks like for me. And actually, more or less all my days look like that, no? Only the specific task changes. So, I would get up in the morning, let's say between 7 and 8. I don't put an alarm clock, I just wake up naturally with the light or with the sheep calling or the rooster screaming. So yeah, I have this natural rhythm already in me. I get up, I say good morning to the dogs, then I go and I open the sheep stable. The sheep are often still very sleepy, especially if I am early. But bit by bit they get up then and they come out. Then I go and I feed the rabbits. Then I go and I open the chicken coop.
Oh. Das ist schön.
Süß, ne?
Mhm.
Die sind so geil, ey. Ja, finde ich auch prima.
Hätte ich nicht gedacht, dass die so handzahm sind.
Also wie gesagt, die hier, die kannst du streicheln und
Ja.
den Arm nehmen, ne?
Wahnsinn.
Die andere nicht.
Ja,
Also
ja.
Die musst du jetzt auch, die hat auch was ganz anderes zu tun.
Ja, klar.
And then I come down again to the house and I give breakfast to the dogs. Jetzt gehe ich rein und komme mit einem Fressen für Luis und Jenny wieder raus. Das ist nur so ein kleiner Snack-Moms, ne?
Ja,
Das tun sie ja. Hey, Vamos! Vamos, komm her! Ja, das ist immer hier. So, und wenn du willst, kannst du jetzt hier hochkommen und mit die Katze filmen. Fertig. Dann kannst du ja eine Aufnahme machen, wie ich an meinem Tee trinke und dann ist gut, oder?
Wo ist Minka? Das wäre jetzt natürlich noch der grüne Abschluss gewesen.
Ja gut, möchtest du das? Das habe ich gerade gemacht. Klar, du hast auf Pillis geguckt, ne?
Nee, aber Minka, dass sie
Ach
frisst.
so, stimmt. Oh. Da ist Minka
Ah,
und hat uns gerade ein Geschenk mitgebracht. Scheiße, ist er nicht. So, Minka, das hier ist dein Fressen. Nee, aber es ist schon cool mit den Mäusen.
ja eben, dafür hast du sie angestellt.
Dafür habe ich sie angestellt. Jetzt weißt du, warum sie nicht mit dir im Bett schlafen soll. And then I prepare my own breakfast, okay? I would just have a tea and some porridge or some bread, and some fruit, obviously, yeah. If I can, some fruit here from my own land, some berries or kiwis or whatever is in season. Then I make a calm breakfast actually, and I read the newspaper, and after that I change, I put my working clothes on, and I do the strong physical stuff here. So like working in the garden, building something, putting up some fence, putting up pillars or a new roof, or fixing a stable, digging a hole, building a box, whatever I have to do that day. This I do until lunchtime. Then just before lunchtime I go for a walk with the dogs in the forest. And when I come back from the walk, I try to do some stretching, yoga, meditation, whatever I feel like and whatever my body and mind asks for. Actually, the whole yoga stretching thingy is very important, because if not, my muscles couldn't take all the activity I'm demanding from them. So it's not only that I like doing it, I actually have to do it to be physically fit and to not have problems with my cervicals, for example. Then I have lunch. Let's say around 2, sometimes it's at 1, sometimes it's at 3, and there are even days I have lunch at 4, but hey, I try to have lunch between 2 and 3. And after lunch I lay down for a nap. That doesn't always mean sleeping. Maybe I just read or relax, but if I can, I try to close my eyes for 20 minutes. Yeah, not a long nap, just 20 minutes. And if I have time, then I prepare myself a tea afterwards with a cookie. And then in the afternoon, I'm not putting working clothes on anymore. I did that at the beginning and it was too much done. I burned out. So what I do now in the afternoon, I just take care of the household. Like the chores around the house, like washing the dishes, doing laundry, preserving food, cooking dog food. Check out the video. Preparing, cleaning, or getting some firewood to start the stove and the bathtub. Stuff like that, basically, in the afternoon, or taking care of the videos. And then around 7:30, I play with the dogs, and I give dinner to the dogs, and then Charlie's just having dinner, if you can hear it. Come on. And then, depending on the season of the year, when it gets dark, so just before it gets dark, I have to close the animals again. So I go and bring the sheep to bed. Ja, dann komm mal ran. Dann zeige ich dir den Trick. Here I've got some maize. Not the red bucket, but another bucket. And they will come inside when they hear that I gave them some food. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Perfect. So let's close the door. Good night. And I close the chicken coop. Look at the mom with the chicks sleeping. Well, not yet sleeping, but being protected by her. One egg. That's a fake one. Just so they know where to put their eggs. Hey, Fia. Bedtime. Sleep tight. And I feed the rabbits and check that everything is okay. Special for the rabbits, some potato skins from preparing dinner. I will construct the next rabbit hutch in a better way, in a more practical way. Und zu den Hühnern. Oh, I forgot the special! Then I have dinner myself, and I just hang out on the sofa and read a little bit, or I watch a series. That's it. And then around 11 o'clock I try to be in bed, actually. I like to sleep my 8 or better 9 hours, or even 10 if I can, but that's barely possible, so I try to be in bed by 11 so that I can get at least my 8 hours. So, this is how my day looks like, and this is how basically every day looks like, because here you don't really have vacations or weekends or anything. Every day is more or less the same, only that you change the tasks. This is off-grid, self-sustaining life. Please let me know in the comments what you think about it, if you could imagine to live like that. And if you would like to try, maybe, no? Because I know many people are amazed by this lifestyle, but I can tell you then when they try it, they don't like it so much anymore, because you don't have all the comforts you might have in your city apartment, you know? So let me know what you think about it in the comments. Please like the videos and subscribe if you haven't yet. And thanks for watching. Keep it real, keep it healthy, and keep it peaceful, internally and externally. See you in the next video. Bye bye.
Eu quero morar numa casinha feita à mão, uma floresta onde eu possa